I got a deal the other day. What a deal. I got 15 dozen eggs. That's right. You can see it right there. 15 dozen eggs. Okay? And I got them for free. Can't beat that for a deal. 15 dozen free eggs. Alright, so I took 2 dozen of them. And I've got them over here in my big old KitchenAid. And I am going to scramble these up. And after they're scrambled, I'm going to dehydrate 2 dozen to see how it comes out. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'll show you more in a little bit. That's right, I'm cooking the eggs first, and then I'm putting them on a dehydrator tray. Now remember, I made my own tray, so they don't have lips. That's one of the reasons why I'm not using this dehydrator and just putting them raw on here and dehydrating it. Your choice. You can dehydrate raw, you can dehydrate cooked. I'm going to dehydrate cooked because that way they won't come off the sides because I have no edges on the trays that I made. Now, other thing to remember is spread this out thinly. You don't want big clumps of it up in there, and the smaller pieces, the smaller you get, chop it up, the smaller it is, the less or the more air circulation will go around it, and it'll dehydrate faster. If you have big clumps, it's just like big chunks of meat. It doesn't dehydrate as fast. So smaller is better. Thin it out because you're going to make this powder anyway. So, all right, get back with you in a few. So let's take a minute to talk about this. I got these eggs for free, like I said. I went down, helped out some people, and they gave me the box of eggs, and they're good eggs. And after I got home, I gave away 5 dozen. So I still left with 10 dozen. I gave 5 dozen to my different neighbors right here with me, which is kind of nice because, you got to keep good neighbors, and nothing makes a better neighbor than giving them food. They like that. So gave away 5 dozen, and then we put 2 dozen in and hard-boiled them because we like hard-boiled eggs. And then after that, we're going to dehydrate this 2 dozen to see how that works out because I've never dehydrated eggs before. And yes, I'm cooking the eggs instead of just putting them raw on there. And like I said, the main reason is because my trays don't have edges. They don't have a lip because I homemade the trays. So other than that, hey, we're going to see how this works out and how it goes, and I'll take you along for the ride. Just wanted to explain what was going on. So after this, we'll turn the dehydrator on. Of course, you all don't need to see that. I've already got 2 racks ready to go. And when I get the 3rd one done here, the pan's heating up again in between sessions. And when I get it all filled up, we'll turn the dehydrator on, and I'll bring you guys back at the end, and I'll let you know how long it took. Probably maybe a day or so for the eggs to dehydrate, and then we'll grind it up in the powder and see how that goes from there. So, all right, I'll catch you on the next one. All right, so 2 dozen scrambled small-size eggs. We spread them out and made 3 tiers here, and that's what we got. Like I said, we cooked them on the stove first, put them in here, and these are the trays that I made inside. So, yeah, there's no lips on them, so that's why I didn't do just pouring liquid eggs in there and then heating them up that way, because they would have just sloshed all over the sides and I would have had a big egg mess. So there we go. We're going to dehydrate these down and then grind them up, and when this is done dehydrating, I'll get back with you. This is, I'm going to put this up as part 1, so we'll go from there. Well, overnight they have dried up into little rocks, and they're hard. And I grind them from here, and I'll add that video to this one, and we'll go on. So, it is what it is. Little egg rocks. Rocks of eggies, grind for me. Help me feed my family. Alright, so I have used an electric coffee grinder, which I have a couple of these. I use them for spices and other stuff, but I cleaned the spice one out and used it for the eggs. And there's the eggs. The powder came out perfect. No clumps, no lumps, no big pieces, so we're great with that. Ready to be packed away and stored if I want. That's 2 dozen eggs. That's quite a bit of eggs in there. That's quite a bit of eggs. 2 dozen eggs. Quite a bit of powder. So I'm going to dry this, I think, one more time on the dehydrator for a few more hours, just to make sure I got all the moisture out of there. And after that, I think we'll make an egg. And I'll get back with you on that part. Alright, so here's the egg powder. 2 tablespoons of egg powder and 5 tablespoons of water. Now keep your eye on the pan because this is going to go real quick. Okay. Now you could use this powder and water, add it together, and you use it for baking in place of regular fresh eggs if you don't have fresh eggs. Alright? All I'm doing here is reconstituting enough for scrambled eggs. Normal scrambled eggs. Okay. This is 2 tablespoons of egg powder and 5 tablespoons of water. Is it going to taste like fresh eggs? Probably not. It's going to taste like powdered eggs. Because that's what it is. So if you've been to places like, I don't know, certain restaurants that have the big yellow fluffy reconstituted eggs, that's all you're getting here. You can adjust the water, add spices, do whatever else you like for your own. There we go. Scrambled eggs. Not bad. I have been served worse in better establishments than here. Not bad at all. So, yes, Vito, you'll get something. So, there we go. Our experiment worked. I'm happy with it. And it'll probably be used mostly for baking, but if you're not one bothered by powdered eggs such as myself, then hey, there's breakfast.